What's up, y'all? Kofi Kingston here, and I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks, depending on what that drink is, preferably non-alcoholic, you know?
How's it going? The Celtic Warrior James.
Soda.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Maple syrup.
Fella.
I would never have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Welcome to the night bar of the IWC. Welcome to Wrestling on the Rocks, episode 1. Margaret! Bye, Marv. Thank you, Marv, for another wonderful intro. Marv, opening the show as a pro on our debut episode, episode 1. And with me today for Thursday Night Chaser, we have Miss Amanda Jane. How's it going, Miss Amanda Jane?
I think it's now very charming to have Marv introduce us and open up the show. I'm digging it.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Marv's a good guy.
He is a good guy. His fart today was a little tame. And I was like, did he really fart today? I don't know. Maybe he's a little shy with his farting today. I don't know.
Well, I mean, when he's forcing out a fart, you never know what you're going to get. It's a smorgasbord of possibilities of the puppet.
That's like a Will Ospreay match.
Yeah, you don't know what kind of shit your pants are getting.
Exactly.
We're still doing Impact. So, as we speak, it is actually currently live and we are watching it live. So last 10 minutes of this match, we're going to be on. And so if something happens, that's, pertinent, we will talk about it in a moment, which is pretty cool because I have my theories. I know a lot of people are just to get out of the way before we get to what's in your glass. There's a lot of speculation that Trinity, formerly Naomi, is going to appear at the Chicago Slugfest for Impact tomorrow on Friday, but that won't air for a week. So I just think it's a little weird to do a pre-tape in Chicago with a ton of people and then expect people to sit on their hands for a week. I think if you're going to do it, you do it when you're doing live like they're doing right now. So that's my prediction, is that we may see Trinity tonight, and that's what I'm hoping for. But otherwise, we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth.
I haven't.
Miss Jane, what's in your glass?
Maybe spoiler. Well,
go ahead.
I'm actually drinking a Slurpee. Well, it's kind of melted because it's like 90 damn degrees here, but it's Coca-Cola Slurpee. Nothing is on it. This is definitely not sponsored because it's melted. So,
very good.
Thumbs down.
I'm having mostly water. I put just like a shot of vodka and then some juice, some zero sugar, tropical juice for the electrolytes. I'm mostly good now. Popcorn saved me. Popcorn cured me. It's my new medicine.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. It did the
but
trick.
I really do
what are you
think
gonna do? It did it.
Yeah. I personally think that CM Punk has signed with Impact because that's one where you have to buy it live, pal, and then you'll see it a week later. That's only my hope, but that ain't gonna happen.
Oh no! I hope that he stays in Ring of Honor. Put him on Ring of Honor or the Saturday show, just a place where nobody's watching.
But then where's Cole Cabana gonna work?
He could work at actual AEW.
No.
I mean, they don't use them, so they won't. But
well, I don't know. He's not even doing backstage things at AEW. He does backstage things at Ring of Honor. So just leave Ring of Honor.
He's not even doing in front of the camera stuff at Ring of Honor.
Oh, dude, he got freaking his ass handed to him by Samoa Joe last week. What do you expect?
I know.
And also that was
match.
Y'all, that was on earlier, but we didn't watch that. We forgo that because we were watching Impact. So I can't even tell you what happened with Ring of Honor. I have no idea. I don't know what matches there are.
No clue.
We know nothing. But
I was so I mean, I would say disenchanted, but I was just so disappointed in last week's show of Ring of Honor. I just definitely did not want to watch it. So we decided collectively as we were talking about it, we would watch MLW, Battle Riot 5, and then we would watch Impact live and catch the tail end live on the air.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
I was trying to point. I said he decided.
Yeah. Collectively, I told you.
I just go on. I go on the flow. But we do have a special for you next week. Yeah. But we do have a special thing for you next week because we do. But I'm not going to spoil it yet.
Yeah.
So you'll have to tune in next week.
Yeah. Tune in next we're going to do some watch along stuff next week with a theme. It's probably episode 1 because I don't think we're going to get to 2 already. We'll never make it to 2. But yeah. MLW was really good, Battle Riot. I know it was just one long match. It was like a 45-minute show. But I really liked it.
I did. But do we want to do birthdays first and any news before we get into all that?
No, I'm just saying overall, we picked right, I felt like.
Oh, no.
Last week, we watched Ring of Honor, and we were both pretty annoyed for the most part. MLW, I think, made us both pretty happy. So,
oh, my God. MLW in so many ways made me so happy. But we'll get into that.
We'll get to that. Go ahead and start doing birthdays while we watch the last couple minutes of Impact. And if
what's going on?
If something happens, I'll interrupt you with it. But right now, Deanna's kind of getting her ass handed to her a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Now, one birthday that I did not mention last week, and I didn't know until today, is I want to wish a very happy birthday to someone who I think is very, very much missed at Ring of Honor. And he has been on AEW and Dark and whatever a couple of times. And I think he even was doing some Ring of Honor. But to the Ace of Space, my buddy, LSG, Leon St. Giovanni, happy birthday. So I'm really thinking he's going to be breaking out big soon. So got to keep your eyes on him. If you do have Honor Club or know someone who has Honor Club, go and check out some of his matches when he used to tag with Coast to Coast. But it's like his wrestling has, after post-pandemic, post the collapse of, ROH, dude, I've always been a fan of his. So good people. So happy birthday. So speaking of birthdays today, Vladimir Kozlov's birthday is today. So happy birthday. That's another person who freaking him and Scotty Goldman. I think that match was maybe 2 minutes long. So that might have been the longest Scotty Goldman match ever. He's only done 3 and he lost all 3, I think. Maybe he did 4. But anyways.
I was glad you got the Scotty Goldman micros.
Oh, I know. Aren't they dope? Aren't they dope? Yes, they are dope. And he signed my chase. So if I can't have a Darby, gotta have Scotty Goldman. And shout out to Pro Wrestling Tees for sending me the real one, the regular one in the chase.
Yeah.
They know. But yeah, no, but actually, if I'm not mistaken, Vladimir Kozlov was the last opponent for Scotty Goldman. Rest his soul. Bless him. But anyways, happy birthday. Another ex-WWE person, Alex Riley, A-Rai. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I wonder what
You
he's
need to
doing
turn
now.
down the
He tried
volume.
to
I'm not going to sit here and listen to myself talk this whole time.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
There, it comes
All
off
right.
like there's a
Can you hear
delay in my ear. It's not. Yeah, I can hear
There
you.
might be a delay. I think I'm gonna have to put a headphone in today. Yeah. A-Rai, happy birthday. What is he doing now? Didn't he try to come back?
Alex Riley?
Yeah.
Where is he?
On the indies, like for
Probably.
a hot second. Maybe he, I don't know.
Good point.
But happy birthday,
I'll look
man.
him up.
Another favorite of mine, indie favorites, Drew Gulak. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Gulak's great.
Yep. Another AEW, not AEW. Oh, wrong company. Another WWE favorite of mine, Titus O'Neil. Happy birthday. I think he's one that I hope when it's his time that he's one that gets a Hall of Fame thing pretty quickly because he's done so much for the community in Tampa and just in general. I think he's amazing. Another person who's an amazing person. Happy birthday to Jay Lethal. He's got a good match tomorrow with the other half of FTR, the non-annoying half. So obviously not Dax Harwood. So that should be really, really good. Happy birthday, Jay. Totally cool people. Now here's a friend of Marsh who's having a birthday and a total favorite of ours here on Thursday Night Chaser, producer lady. Goddamn Santos Escobar is having a birthday.
Santos, mi hermano.
Santos.
Yeah.
That's his
Elise Copianos, as they say.
There you go. See, I didn't take Spanish. I took French. So, you know who else's birthday is coming up? Someone I'm wishing him well because he broke his nose recently defending his title at Impact. Joe Hendry. And see, I do believe in Joe Hendry. And I believe in birthdays. So, happy birthday to you. I think this person who also is having a birthday this week, if you don't like him, then there's something wrong with you. But if you can smell whose birthday it is next week, then you know. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're really lame. So happy birthday, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh,
I like him in the Fast movies. I really wanted him in Cena, but I'm just saying. Man. And for birthdays, just Stu Hart's having a birthday. Happy birthday! And then those are it for our birthdays for this week. So happy birthday to all. And if I missed you, it must mean that you're not important enough for people on the interwebs to tell me you have a birthday. You can always tweet me and tell me.
Man, they gave, it's going to sound like I was being negative right away, but it's not. They gave the women so much time for this main event, which is great. I actually think it was a pretty solid match, Deanna and
yeah.
Oh man, I cannot remember the woman's name in Coven. Did she just fight? All right, well that was helpful. Hold on, it's right here. Taylor Wilde. It was actually pretty solid, but I thought with so much time, I was like, oh, there's going to be an angle at the end. There's going to be a cool thing at the end. I know it's just Jordan Grace coming out. It's all right. They put a lot of stock into Jordan and Deanna.
Oops. Hold on. I lost my audio.
You have no audio? Oh, my God. Take a drink. But Impact ends with Deanna holding the title high, Jordan Grace walking to the back, and that was it. So, no Trinity this week. We will see. Is your audio back yet?
No. It is. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No?
Yeah, I
Okay,
hear you.
and you're not yourself.
No, I'm not hearing myself. You sound way different now, which is funny, but it's fine.
Well,
Capital looks
I
good
have
and
my
it's
headphones in, so yeah.
Yeah,
Well, one
different mic
is
now.
in my ear. Yep, totally different mic. Sorry, guys.
That's right.
But you know what? Again, why we can't have episode 2, because stuff like this happens.
Yeah, take a drink.
Yeah. Yep, take a drink, guys. Also, damn, my ear thing. Okay. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna do it with one ear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna do it with one ear because the other one doesn't want to stay. See, you suck.
Okay. All right. Well.
So.
Yeah. So the whole ending of the last angle of Impact was Jordan Grace again. So do you think they're gonna run back Jordan Grace and Deanna again? I think give it some time. I don't know why. Like I feel like they put a lot of weight on Jordan and Deanna.
Yeah.
And they did for Mickey there, obviously, but at least the Mickey thing felt different, felt a little fresh. I feel like the last time I watched Impact a long time ago, it was Deanna on top with Jordan Grace. And it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about the two of them. They're good. I just am not invested in them.
Well,
So, a little bit of a bummer there.
I think it's because the two of them and their styles are bland and they lack personality. So that's what
Maybe.
makes
I mean,
it
their
kind of
last match was good. I just,
yeah, but in general, though, and then the last match was good because it kind of had to be. You're main eventing a pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
And if you were to ask Deanna Purrazzo, like 3 years ago, do you think you'd be main eventing a pay-per-view? And same with Jordan Grace, they'd probably tell you no. So
Really?
yeah, so that means
I
it's a
think
big
3 years
deal.
ago they would tell you yes. I think absolutely.
No, because they weren't any. Yeah, but they weren't in any situation that they would have been in a pay-per-view situation.
I think their egos are such that they just figured if you told them, hey, 3 years, you'll probably be top of the card, they'd be like, probably 6 months. You know what I mean?
That sounds like Jordan Grace. Or no, that sounds like her old man. But Deanna, no. Yeah. But there's a reason why.
I mean, it just feels a lot like same old, is what it feels like to me. A lot of same old. So, but the match was good. Deanna and Purrazzo, Taylor Wilde, good.
Yep. Taylor Wilde impressed me. I didn't realize she was that good on the mat, to be honest. Like that was a nice surprise to see that. So that was pretty cool. And I thought Masha and Jordan Grace was pretty good. I did think it was a little longer than it for where it was on the card. And I think that I probably would have had it in another spot. But it was a good opener, and I love seeing the two of them together. So that was a really good match. It just
that's
sometimes
a good point.
How Impact books her, though. But that's just my opinion.
With how long the match was and how good it was, Jordan Grace could have easily flip-flopped with the Jody Threat match. Because that match was just a little bit shorter. It was still good. I think Jody Threat and was it Silesia Sparks was a really good match, but it was much shorter and it was paced way different. Like you could have flopped those two and been fine.
Absolutely. I think that probably should have been. But then again, that match you really didn't want opening. But they do. Scott D'Amore, I feel, does book a lot of women's matches to open the show. But I will say this, kind of like NXT where they do a lot of women's matches. I think that kudos to Impact because they really are putting that at the forefront. And it's because they have talented women, So everybody's on the, AEW, oh, we have the best women's locker room. And they're, I'm like, no, because if you did, you'd see more women. So
I only saw
more women's matches.
I saw one clip for one women's match from AEW this week, and even in that, I think that every women's match here impressed me more than what I saw there. Like, I think Impact's got a strong women's division.
Oh, they do.
Masha is so good.
Masha is so good. I just wish that, D'Amore would book her better. I mean, seriously, like I don't think I've liked any of his booking of Masha. And I think that it'll be good to see her. The new with that vignette they kind of put out there. I'm really interested to see the. I can't remember her name because I'm horrible. Sorry, take a drink. We're new to watching Impact now, so yeah, it's like a lot of familiar faces, but some I'm like, because Felicia Sparks, I was like, I've seen her a bunch, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's because she always used to confuse me with Zelina Vega, because before Zelina, dyed her hair and changed up a little, they looked exactly the same. It was like they were like sisters. Like that could have been real like Bella twins, but not like a fake Bella twins. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was kind of cool to see. So definitely.
Yeah, that was a Killer Kelly promo that was really good.
Oh, was that Killer Kelly?
Yeah.
That was Killer Kelly then. Yeah, no, her promo was excellent. So her and Masha, can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you still have it on your streaming, but because New Japan followed up with it, and I just noticed they had an ad for a certain show in Long Beach that I think you were saying you might be interested in going to.
I think there's a good chance I'm going to go to that Resurgence in Long Beach for NJPW. Yeah. It's going to be the end of May. I was going to be out in San Diego like the following day anyway, so I might just go out there a day or two early to hit up that, go to LA first and then San Diego. Like, that could be really cool.
Maybe if I can time it right and I can see how much the flights are, because that Sunday night at 11:55, I'm flying to a work event, going to New Orleans. Oh yeah.
That's cool.
I can see, but I saw who was on the card and I'm like, oh, hell no. Hell no. I am not giving my goddamn money to fucking Ocean Spray again. But because Marsh wants to see Mercedes money is money. And I bet you she doesn't have her money yet. I bet you it's still. That's the only reason why I'd want to sit on the floor is if they have guns with money or there's money falling, to see if she actually has money instead of the fake Hollywood money that I gave you, one of the ones from when she wrestled in San Jose. But Ocean Spray, if I do go and we sit further back, I can totally boo him, and I bet you money he could hear me. And he's like, where is that bitch? I'm like, I'm in the cheap seats because I don't want to be anywhere near you, because I will like literally get thrown out of there and probably never get to see New Japan anymore. And I need to see me some Zack Sabre Jr. Which, speaking of which, Marsh, maybe you should come to LA to see the new GCW event in LA. He is on the card. Because it's GCW and it's Dick Sabre Jr. and I'm going, and I got a front row ticket. Shout out to one of my really good friends.
I was Dominique, just thinking, funnily enough, as I was looking at the next GCW LA card, I was just thinking about how
only 2 people
much heat was out of there. Well, yeah, but I'm saying just the LA one. The last number of ones I was looking at, there's a couple cool things every now and again. I was thinking about most of the people who were oh my God, I'm going to drive to LA to see this, don't do anything with GCW anymore. The Jacob Tattoos, obviously the Briscoes, rest in peace. Juicy, they're doing stuff with MLW and Impact, and they're doing other stuff. So,
but you don't want to see Cardona, because Cardona might end up, by the time that hits, he might be the champ again.
He could be the champion.
He might be. Masha, isn't Masha the GCW? I think Masha's the GCW champion right now. We might even see Kota Ibushi again, because we don't know. But all I know is Dick Sabre Jr. again is back in the States. I am loving it to death, and yes, I know that I'm excited. I love me some Zack Sabre Jr. I do. But that's one to maybe check out. And if and I know you don't care for Maki Ito. I personally don't either. It's just a bunch of white men and I can say this because I'm Asian. I'm prefacing it with that. It's like a fantasy. And it just kind of makes me a little sick, because she looks like a little girl. It's a fantasy thing. And you know what? Honestly, guys are gross. I saw this at Janela's spring break. I kind of vomited a little in my mouth. And I will say this, okay? And this is also coming from the girl that likes peaches, okay? The girl who has a peacemaker in his underwear. That was amazing. It's a little gross. It's a little gross. Me? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sitting there all the time. No. No. That's in here.
Yeah.
In fact, it comes,
Yeah,
it comes up, but
but you know, if they announce Cardona for the LA show, I might give it a consideration. It depends on the time, but I also can't. I mean, I got things coming up that I can that I need to make sure I have money for. So, so we'll see.
But it's out there in the ether. I'm thinking if I do this one, I might want to do Disney because I have some free nights at Disney. Not at Disney, the hotel, but in Anaheim. So I don't know. But then again, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm just throwing it into the ether. Because it would be cool. Because Cardona really likes, I don't know, Cardona, it's an excuse for him to go to Disneyland. So, and he did go to Disneyland when he was down here. So definitely, and I think he even wore the goddamn, his Indiana Jones thing, and he had the hat on, if I'm not mistaken. He was taking pictures with him and stuff, Delander. So yeah, but yeah, that should be some cool shit. And besides, if he does get to wrestle Masha there, Masha's going to kill him. And I would love to see that carnage. Just because it's Cardona. And I love Cardona.
Would Cardona fight Masha?
She's the champ. He wants to be the champ again.
She's the world champ?
Might. I don't know. I believe so.
Damn.
I believe she is. Let's look this up. Hold on. Eddie Edwards. Turn off my screen. Hold on. Let me look.
Yeah, I like Masha a lot. My first encounter with her was her at Bloodsport, and I was like, oh shit, she's legit.
Yeah.
Speaking of legit, Willis coming through saying hi. So cheers to Willis coming through.
Mr. Willis.
But
now, hold on. I will tell you right now. Yes, your current GCW champion. World Heavyweight Champion, Masha Slamovich.
That's that is cool.
The also the tag champions right now are, and this is where as far as June goes, Nick Wayne is going to be working AEW because he turns 18. So if you want to see people, if you haven't seen Nick Wayne live yet in an indie near you better do it now because he's gonna be gone, rocket ship out of here. So definitely you want to make sure you see him at least once. I say do it. Unfortunately, the kid looks like Will Ospreay had an illegitimate love child with somebody. I wouldn't be surprised, but that's Buddy Wayne of Pacific Northwest fame. That's his son. Looks a little bit too much like Ocean Spray, moves a little bit too much like Ocean Spray, and actually I don't have the heart to tell the kid that you need to pick a different hero because that guy's a piece of shit. But anyways, but to each their own. So definitely want to see him and Jordan Oliver before they go away. Damn, I think who else? I'm trying to look at here.
Okay. Again, we're not talking about. I don't care. We'll figure out how LA comes together. But
okay, but
this was announced. This was just announced. NJPW Strong Women's Championship one-night tournament at Resurgence. There's going to be Mercedes Monet versus Stephanie Vakir. Okay, and then there's going to be a match of Momo Kogo against Willow Nightingale, and the winner of those two matches will face each other. That's all happening in Long Beach.
I would love to see Willow and Mercedes. That would be fucking good. I think the two would have really great chemistry.
I think that would be cool.
Shit. Now you're going to make me look at airfare. God damn it. All right. I'm going to take a look. I will take a look. Yes, that's two. That's a very good one right there. I will take a look. because
Yep,
Southwest
yep.
says they have a sale. And honestly, I'm going to say this now that oh happy day, things in my life have changed just a little bit for the better. A lot of this wrestling, I need to calm down because, I need to calm down because, who knows? I might go to, WXW in Germany to see the Carrot because I've always wanted to see that. Who knows? I got to calm down.
The Carrot?
I'm already thinking about the Carrot. WXW, it's a tournament, the 24 Carat. It's a really prestigious tournament. There's a really cool docu-series they did on Zack Sabre Jr. one year when he won it, his Road to the Carrot. And it's awesome. Walters won it. I'm sorry, Gunther's won it, like, I think 2 times at least. I want to say Ilya Dragunov did it before. But a lot of the people that we love that are over in WWE or wherever have been in that tournament. It's a huge, huge honor. And definitely, if you really like that strong style, that's something to really check it out. So highly recommend it. WXW out of Germany. So a little tip for the pros.
There's a lot of WXW stuff on Peacock too. WWE bought a lot of their stuff, so there's a lot of cool shit you can go back and watch too.
Yeah, I think it's because of Gunther. It's really because of Gunther. I think the biggest draw. That and I think that a lot of what made NXT UK they got from WXW. So it's kind of cool to really see that. For our nerdy friends out there.
Yeah. But let's see. Oh, that's actually me, Willow Nightingale's debut for New Japan.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, Willow. Cheers to you. One thing I do hope, okay, and Willis, this comment is for you, because one of the people who does do the New Japan commentary, as we see right now, if you're watching it, Access, is goddamn Ian Riccaboni, and I do not want Ian Riccaboni to be trying to rap when Willow is doing New Japan. That's so disrespectful. Don't do it. Actually, don't do it, period, Ian Riccaboni. Stop the madness. And Caprice, stop encouraging it. That's my 2 cents.
So actually...
Uh-oh. I hear it actually.
I said it was the NJPW Strong Women's Championship one-night tournament. I think what we lost in translation there, Mercedes just lost the IWGP Championship. That's the Stardom Championship that they use with NJPW out there. They are crowning the first ever NJPW Strong Women's Champion.
Oh!
So there's going to be a first ever championship match there. Yes.
We did not understand that one. That is radical. That is rad.
So yeah, definitely going.
Rad. Okay, I'm checking out to see. Anyways, but yes, no, breaking news. We love breaking news here. We really, really do. We do.
I break all kinds of shit. I break news. I break wind. Whatever.
Yeah, you do. And I book AEW. Oh,
yeah.
That was bad. I'm surprised the producer lady didn't throw something at you or is staring at you like. Yeah.
She's in the other room. She's not allowed to comment anymore.
Oh.
She claims that she can hear me, but there's no way she can hear me.
Does she know that she's not allowed to comment anymore?
No, I would never say that to her out loud.
Ooh. Did she go back and listen? Because
no way. She's not a fan of the show. She's not going to go back and listen. She's no drinking buddy, I'll tell you that.
Rough. That's rough, bro. That's rough.
No. But yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, first ever NJPW Strong Women's Champion, Long Beach, May 21st. I'm going to go. I'm going to definitely go.
Nice. I'm going to see right now.
Your audio's cutting out so bad. This is so riddled with technical difficulties. This feels like the first episode.
Yeah, this is definitely first episode. We're not going anywhere. Hold up. I fucked this one up, so we don't.
And you're also clearly not even listening to me, so it makes me think your headphones cutting in and out too. Like, she's messing with her audio again. We'll see how this pans out. But that's really cool. Yeah, breaking news, new NJPW champ. I'm gonna go. So if anyone's gonna be in Long Beach, let me know.
All right. Can you hear yourself? Because I don't want you to hear yourself. Are you hearing yourself? Like if you talk?
I guess. Oh, not right now. No. No, it should be all right.
I can't hear you.
That's a better level. You can't hear me at all?
Take a trip, buddy.
Oh,
hold on.
This is ridiculous. This is why we do it live. That way I don't have to worry about editing and post. No point. Oh, man. This is ridiculous. All right, well, maybe I'll talk about MLW. Because we watched that today as well. But it aired yesterday, the Battle Riot. Oh, now she's not even here. She can't even. She's gonna come back and ask that. She's gonna just step on me. I better just wait. All right, everybody have a drink. Tactical difficulties. I'm not even coming in clear. I'm probably frozen myself. I can see a little logo on the side there. This is ridiculous. This is why I need a producer. Let's see. Here we go.
Okay. It should lesson to everybody. Okay. Don't talk shit about Ian Riccaboni, because all I could hear was Ian Riccaboni, y'all. And I was like, why can't I find where Ian Riccaboni is speaking? And then I had to go away. So sorry.
You got hacked by Ian Riccaboni. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All I could hear was Ian Riccaboni. I couldn't hear you, Marsh. And I'm like, oh, I cursed myself. Sorry. But yeah, sorry, guys. It's only episode 1. And I'm sorry if I tried to say that we're going to have episode 2 next week. So my bad. Sorry.
Was there anything else you want to say about GCW or NJPW?
I'm really thinking that this tournament thing's going to be pretty badass. So yeah, I'm excited. So thumbs up with that. But no,
definitely going.
No. There. Do we want to talk more Impact?
Yeah, let's talk Impact, because that's what I was trying to do. Yeah. It did open up Jordan Grace and Masha Slamovich, which I was really happy with. I thought it was a really good match. I liked the whole match. I didn't like the finish. I never liked that kind of back and forth, trying to catch up in kind of a deal, and then the heavier person sort of just lands it, and then it's like, oh, it was anyone's thing. And I know it's supposed to protect both of them and all that, but I also didn't like that Jordan Grace got the win there. I thought that'd been a really cool push for Masha, given that Jordan Grace just failed at her last title defense, or not defense, attempt, right? She didn't win that match. I thought, okay, Jordan just lost the big one. Let her lose this one too, because, maybe she's a little shook, not as confident, all of that. And then you can start building towards Masha going towards the title, and then start giving Jordan other wins. Like, I thought this was going to be a really cool way to get Masha into that title picture. But it was part of the reason why I thought same old was when Jordan Grace won that. It was like, oh, here we go. And then at the end, Deanna's getting her ass kicked. And in your mind, it's like, it's not going to be Jordan, is it? And then Jordan comes out and you go, couldn't we shake it up a little bit? I think that was my big issue with it. I just thought Masha would have been really cool to see do more.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Again, I don't like the Masha booking, period, with Impact. But I feel that with Jordan Grace, I think that she is a little bit overhyped. And I get that they want to try to do her and Deanna again, but honestly, it's like, no. I mean, I think that I would be really interested to see, and especially after seeing Taylor Wilde tonight and Deanna, I'd really be interested to see, a match with Jordan Grace and Taylor Wilde. Because now, if they've done it before, like recently, folk, we're new to Impact. Don't judge. But just in seeing this, that's where I would like to see that. And I think that that could be pretty good. But again, it's like, all right, we just have to kind of see how it goes. But again, I think that I just really think that Jordan's overhyped and Masha doesn't get a good, her fair shake, So
I'm looking up who the other contenders are, just on a side note of the NJPW, because I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? Stephanie Vecchier is in CMLL and Stardom. She's a luchador.
Oh, okay.
So that's why she's familiar to me.
Okay, got it.
But that's cool. All right. I agree. I do agree with your Masha take. Masha's such a bad. When I saw her in Bloodsport do so well, I was like, come on, she's got to come up. And so for her to be still struggling, it's weird. Did you also notice they're pushing Nick Aldis so hard?
Duh. Just a little bit.
They're pushing him like he's this massive megastar. And it was kind of funny. And then later on, they even were promoting his legacy nutrition products. There was like a whole little commercial run that Tom had to read, and a little flag on the corner, a little lower third, about getting your legacy nutrition. I run. What was it? There was something that was on. I turned it on for a bit, but it was less than a couple minutes. Once Tom stopped talking and the other guy took over, I turned it back off and left it off. So I had it open. It was probably because right before there was a promo, I bet you is what it was. And then I just left it on until I heard the other voice went, fuck this. So yeah, they're pushing Nick hard. And I was like, all right, I guess see how that goes.
Yeah,
I mean, he's your buddy now.
Well, he is my buddy. Yeah, as tight as we can be. But I don't know if that's a good. Well, I don't know if it's. I don't know. I just feel like Aldis is better than that, but I can kind of understand why nobody would want to pick him up. But I don't know. I think that, it's a little much, but,
it made me laugh. The video package had, because it was meant to like recap his career and tell you about how amazing he is. And it showed him as the NWA champion, and it showed him winning matches in Impact as Magnus. And everyone he was getting a pin on was like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. And it was like anyone they could think who went on to become a big champion. Cody. They're like, oh, look, he beat them once.
Yeah. Cody, it showed All In, and I think I saw my head. And I was like, there I am. I had to laugh, giggle, because I think I remember because I was I pro Cody Rhodes. And I was pro Cody Rhodes then. So but I think I just was like, yeah, okay, dude. But I don't know. Bless him, and hopefully they do something with him. But again, I think that it's just something that WWE does not have interest. Now that Vince is turned, no way. Sorry, bro. And I think
I don't even think it's a Vince thing. I think Bruce doesn't like Nick. And so I think that as long as Bruce is working there, he's not coming in.
Oh, I didn't realize that Bruce doesn't like Nick.
Oh yeah. I love whenever, because there's been a couple times Conrad, because Nick Aldis has sponsored some of their shows and stuff with the legacy stuff. And I'm sure he's friends with Conrad for whatever reasons. Because I'm sure they've run into each other, and they're both charming guys, right? A couple times Conrad's really tried to put over Nick on Bruce's podcast, and Bruce has just like shot it down. And then Conrad's even been like, aren't you being a little stiff on this? And he goes, no, I'm just being honest. It's so fucking great.
Well,
he just
you know what? Well, good on you, Bruce, for doing that. Oh yeah.
I will say, he seems like a nice dude. I've never had a nice interaction with him myself. He's only been rude to me and people I've been around, and more so than even just you. I saw him not that long ago, and he was very rude again. And I was like, maybe it's like I think he's the type, if he likes you and he respects you, he'll be really nice to you, or if he thinks he can get something from you. But if he doesn't think he's going to get something from you, then he just blows you off because he's better than that or bigger than that or whatever.
what?
So
But
you big leagues.
I don't know why he was so nice to me on the goddamn Jericho cruise. He wasn't drunk or anything, or that drunk. But I don't know. But we had a pretty good
He must be a
time.
drinking buddy.
I don't know. I don't know. But he also, like, Mickey, like, everyone kept going up to Mickey, and maybe, you know, because I went over to him and started talking to him. I don't know. But no, but it was really great because, I mean, he gave me some inside baseball about something that we'll never see. And, you know, but we were there to experience. And so I thought that was the coolest shit because, yeah. And he was like, you legitimately just totally just, he's like, your reaction made that whole segment. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, really? Like, yeah. And, you know, and it kind of was like, wow, not to a testament to saying that, you know, like I make shit happen or anything, but I'm just kind of like, really? Whoa. Because when we look back at it, like what we saw, it was like, damn, I really wish somewhere there was super secret footage. You could see it again because we couldn't, like, I know, I think I know I told Dave, I think maybe you were part of the conversation too. I can't wait to see that. I could not wait to see that just because there was so much tension in that room. It was like, holy damn. Like, yeah, like he, you know, he had his fans, Marty had his, you know, fans, and it was just, yeah, explosive. Like, that's
cool.
Probably some of the best. I think, I don't know about you, but I think that was some of the best work that no one will ever see. But yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they need to make him bigger than he is.
So
I don't
funny.
know.
I love it. I love that kind of
But
petty stuff. I did a similar thing to somebody else when AEW was first getting going their first year, and it was like Eddie Kingston having his championship match on a pay-per-view or some shit. And I made a little video and sent it to a group chat I was in of Eddie Kingston taking losses from or at least getting hit, like taking major bumps from almost all of the current WWE NXT roster, because it was when NXT was still black and gold. And so, but it was the NXT women's roster. So it was just him losing or getting hit by a bunch of the NXT women. And I was like, I'm so psyched. And it's so funny. You like Mance Warner a lot, don't you?
I do.
Matt Cardona tweeted that he wants to fight Mance Warner. So maybe you get that coming your way for LA.
Oh, that would be kind of cool. That might be kind of cool.
Yeah, they both do stuff with them. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what made me laugh about it, is it felt like that would Nick Aldis. Look, I pinned AJ. Look, I pinned Cody. And you're like, okay, dude. Okay.
No, but he didn't win it All In. He lost the belt at All In.
Didn't he win it back off Cody, though?
Yeah, but not at All In.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Steve Macklin goes to the ring, calls out PCO. You know, I get that they're probably trying to put over Steve Macklin and his first offense be against PCO, so he looks like he's beating a beast. But this really just made me want PCO to win.
I love PCO.
Like, I don't think Steve Macklin's bad, but he's not all that captivating to me. And PCO kind of is.
PCO is very charming. And it's kind of scary because when you think about PCO, it's like, when you think about how old he is and what he's done throughout his career, you're just like, Jesus Christ. And some of the shit he does, you're like, how is this man alive? Right now, I kind of get why they put the belt on Macklin. You have it on him and Deanna. You got a power couple thing. Boring. But I think that PCO is cool. Now, I will say with their match next week, is it? It's Macklin and two other dudes, I don't even care, versus PCO and two unnamed people. Can I tell you what my heart really wants?
Okay.
My heart wants part of the boys back together. I would love to see a slight reunion of Villain Enterprises, Flip and Marty and fucking PCO. I would die, but that's not going to happen. But I would love for that to happen.
That'd be cool.
I would. Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
I would cry. I would be, oh my God. Yeah. And I would be so mad because I couldn't be there to see it. But that's okay.
Yeah.
But yes.
The match was cool though. PCO Raj thing I liked. Diener and Design got a promo backstage. I didn't even turn the volume up for this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They look a little pro wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. With this.
Christopher Willis is saying Nick Aldis will always be mid-card talent in the main event suit. And
Yep.
Nick Aldis won his belt from Cody on the 1700s. Yeah, see, I told you. He beat him somewhere else.
I knew he won it back, but he didn't win it at All In. He lost it at All In.
He won it back at 70.
That was not the Nick Aldis show at that show.
Yeah, it was funny. Let's see. Impact Knockouts tag team, the Coven, do a ritual backstage ahead of the match. I didn't have a problem with that. It was all right. Yeah, that's good.
Nope.
I hated everything about the Johnny Swinger and Ziggy Dice segment.
I hate Ziggy Dice. So I feel about Ziggy Dice, and it was bad. It was bad. It was trash.
I just think that a lot of people think that they're very funny when they're not very funny, and even the El Generico trying to make a play on money in Generico, like it was. And the match was like, I know the match wasn't meant to be good, but it was also like bad. Where you're just like, yeah, I didn't like any of that. So, and I like Ziggy. I actually do like Ziggy Dice.
Really?
But I don't like any of this, and I didn't care for Santino, and I don't know.
Well, Santino, okay. Santino, don't understand, but bless him. Fandango, Dirty Dango. Okay, dude. I again, different thing I don't understand. But again, bless him for being as long as he was in the damn WWE system, and bless him for everything that he did. But I'm just like, I don't know. I can't. I just can't.
I don't like any of that.
I
wasn't a fan of his character in WWE. I even thought when he was released, I was like, well, thank God he can shake off that shitty gimmick and do something else. And he goes, no, that's the gimmick I want. And I was like, fuck Christ.
Jesus. He was better as Fandango. When he did that other thing with I blame him and in his tag partner, what's his face? I blame those two for Tyler Breeze. I blame those two for the fact that we even have to have Pretty Deadly. I'm serious. I blame those two. Because when I first saw Pretty Deadly, I'm like, what is this? Like fucking Brizongo 2.0? I'm like, oh, hey, no.
Yeah, it was all bad.
Yeah.
Christopher Willis has a question. He says, why do you hate Ziggy Dice details, Amanda?
He's not that great. Don't you remember Willis from West Coast Pro or whatever shows he would do locally? It's just like he wasn't that great. It's like,
so it's not a personal thing. It wasn't like when I ran into Sean Spears and he was a piece of shit. This is just from what you see on TV you don't like, or in person you don't like.
From what I see, and what I've seen live, I did not like. Also, what I don't like on the personal side is, why are you trying to use people that you were cool with to try to get a job? Dude, if you can't get someone to pick up the phone or whatever, if you can't pick up the phone and you can't rep yourself, and if you can't get yourself enough out there so people could see like a Tony Khan or someone who's in, like an influencer in particular companies, then then you need to either change your shit up or something, or maybe you're a bad person. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, it could be.
And that's how the industry works, okay? And I've never been in the industry. This is just things that I see. I inside baseball. And somewhere there's somebody right,
Yeah. Ace Austin and Chris Bay. I'm glad they won, and the match wasn't bad. I think I just do not like the design. I don't care about Alan Angels or Big Con or Diener or like I think I'm just not a big fan of that faction in general. So yeah, I mean, I like Chris Bay a lot.
I love Sam Callahan. That's his group.
But I don't like Sami Callihan even. And I like him less every time I see. The more I see of him, the less I care or like.
I will tell you. Okay, let me tell you a little bit of Sami Callihan.
And I'm not trying to say he's an asshole like I would say about Sean Spears. It's just whatever he's doing is just never connects to me at all.
Dude. people don't like Sami Callihan because, okay, there's a stigma with Sami Callihan, and I don't quite understand that. And I think that people put their personal feelings and invest it into hatred of some people, but whatever. But with Sami Callihan, one of the things that his style might not be for everybody, okay, because I don't dig his style of wrestling. But what I do love about Sami is, and this is, you have to go back in the catalog, his catalog of things. Sami's pretty diverse in some shit, dude. I mean, he is. And what I want to say is, I believe that he runs one of, I think, I'd say top 5 in the United States indie promotions. He runs it. And the care that he puts into those shows that he runs, holy shit. Like, I mean, I've seen promoters and how they do their shit, but goddamn, Sami is one of these ones. Like, he is out there. Like, he's the one, like, he's passing out the tickets. He's coming, he's doing everything. And you're like, whoa. And I'm like, and his shows are always legit. I really miss the fact that he didn't have any he hasn't had Wrestling Revolver at WrestleCon in a couple of years, because his promotion is amazing. And, he's one to really watch. And I know, his style, you might not dig, but he's actually pretty talented. And his mic work is actually pretty damn good. I mean, for what you get. Yeah. And he's one of those ones that, yeah, he was in that WWE system. What was he? Solomon Crow, I think was his name. But that wasn't for him. And he even said, that was not for me. And, I think he was one, wasn't he one to ask for his release too? Like Juice?
No idea.
I think he might have too. I think he was
I didn't
one
think
too.
Juice did, but okay.
I thought Juice did, but I could be wrong.
I didn't think he did, but I don't know.
Or maybe it is Sami Callihan.
Neither one of them made a big enough splash on the thing for me to be so invested in it. But even that, like, so I just said that, like, everything I've seen of them, I mean, Juice Robinson I've liked in NJPW for sure. Like, him in NXT, I was like, all right, he seems all right. It seems like there's potential, but I didn't see much there. So I would say the flip side of him, the more I saw him, the more I liked him. Where with Callahan, I say the more I see him, the less I seem to care. And your response was, well, you really got to dig deep and think about stuff that he's not doing on TV. And so, I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad dude or a bad promoter or any of those things. I'm saying what I see in ring, look, wrestling, style, promo, I'm always kind of going, okay, that's fine.
The only thing I don't like,
I'm not saying I wouldn't have a drink with him if he showed up.
Dude.
I mean?
Oh my God.
That'd be dope.
Great storyteller. Totally dope as fuck. Right. And I would say that with him, the one thing that I always, and I've even told him, I said, yo, the one thing I fucking hate is I hate the spitting and the snot rockets. Other than that, it's like, because it's a little much sometimes. Almost sometimes when you're not in the line of fire and you actually end up in the line of fire, it's a little gross. But but I mean, there's some things I'll show you. Yeah, it's just he's, I think, doing more backstage things, kind of sort of, because he's kind of been given that, luxury to do some. So, but Alan Angels is, I mean, he's good, but like he really hasn't been able to really show his potential anywhere.
His character's just really bland. I think he's fine in ring. And like I said, the match was good. I don't think anyone here was doing bad. I just think that the presentation character of Alan Angels and Big Con is just really bland and generic wrestling. So it's almost like if you went to create a wrestler in a video game and just hit random, you might end up with them. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I get that.
That's all.
I get that.
It's just not special. Let's see. Backstage thing with Jessica and Rosemary. Jody Threat versus Silesia Sparks. We talked about a little bit, but I was really impressed with the match. I did really like it.
It's a good women's match. And again, like we were saying earlier, I mean, they do have the best women's division, bar none. And they do let the women wrestle. And the matches are pretty good. Because I can't tell you the last time that I can think there was a meh women's match there. I can't tell you.
Oh, you know what? That's where I turned the audio back on for Jessica and Rosemary's backstage thing. I wanted to hear that promo. And then afterwards, I left it on, and right at the beginning of the Jody Threat match, they put over Legacy Nutrition. So then I had to turn back off. Let's see, I did turn it back on for the Killer Kelly promo, though. That was really cool.
Her and Masha, that's going to be, holy
That's
fuck.
gonna be sick.
I can't wait for that. And if having Jordan Grace beat Masha to kind of move Masha into this kind of feud, I'm all for it. If that was the intention, I'm all for it.
Yeah. And then the main event we talked about, the Frank Kazarian backstage segment seemed fine. I do think, you have to do it, but I do think it's interesting how much Impact is pushing Impact. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to do it. You have to say that our promo or our promotion is the best. We're the greatest. But there was kind of a weird feeling with the Frankie and the Nick Aldis where it's like they're really pushing more so. They're trying to push their credibility and lend that to Impact and have it really be like Impact's better than every place else in the world, which, again, you need to do. You can't say like, hey, we are a lesser than product by any means. But I think maybe I would have done those two on different weeks. You know what I mean? Because it felt a little heavy-handed at a point.
But also,
at the same time, maybe you don't. Maybe you do them both at the same time. I don't know. But
it was filler. At
a certain point, I was like, I get it. I get it. Impact's the greatest of all time. I get it.
Yeah.
But, as I look at it and think about it, overall, because we're not really tearing the stuff apart on either side, it's not like, oh my God, this was incredible, blew me away, people got to see all this stuff. It was just it was just good. It was just good. You know what I mean? And that's a lot to say because there's, think about how we talked about Ring of Honor last week. It just was bad. They had a couple good things. This was a good show with good wrestling and good talent just being good. There wasn't the big standouts was the fact that the women's division were so highlighted. The fact the women's division had 3 matches and got plenty of time. Those were the things you go, what really stood out as impressive. To say the women's division and the time they get, that's not nothing at all,
Yeah.
And everyone else was just fucking doing good work. This was solid. I'm excited to see you next week and see what goes on.
Absolutely.
It wasn't like last week when we watched, there was some stuff in Impact last week we didn't love, but that was the pay-per-view, and it was because some of the matches had people we didn't care about. But as a show, this was good. And then it wasn't like how last week we watched Ring of Honor and said we have to reevaluate again.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the show was so good. I was asking you about there's a Rosemary Diary on Impact's YouTube, and you haven't had a chance to see it. I watched it today. We're going to talk about it next week because I want you to have a chance to see it. But even that was really good, and
I'm excited. to see that because I really like Rosemary. And I started watching it, and then I saw how long it was. I'm like, oh, maybe I need to have my full attention on it, and we'll talk about it next week because it's a little bit of a long one, but it was. I was telling March before we went on the air, I was saying, because it was funny because there were women that I totally had forgot that she came up in the time where she wrestled with Portia Perez and Shimmer. They were tag champs. She wrestled the Bunny
Gail
when
Kim.
the Bunny was Cherry Bomb and actually fucking good. I don't know what the hell happened, but
I didn't realize she was wrestling as far back as the fucking 8-sided ring.
Oh yeah. And she was at Smash Wrestling. She's been wrestling a long time, and I remembered, when I was when I would dabble in watching Shimmer and things like that, because I was always, damn, those women are great, and you never saw them ever really come out. You never saw them come out west. And so, but I would see matches here and there that, you're like, holy shit, these women are great, then nothing else. It's like the other person who I'm like, I've always loved her, but I've never seen her in person is Lufisto. And I know she is very selective in her dates now. I know she's doing GCW somewhere you know, there was a show she's doing, not LA, but I was like, damn, she's one that I really, really want to see. Like, I would love to see her. I'd love to see her and Masha. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'd like to see that. So, I mean, that's a slight little, I think, bucket list thing. Don't make me fucking tell Chris Hero to bring that to West Coast Pro, because shit, like that would be amazing. Especially Masha has the championship. So, I mean, why not? Right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But anyways, so.
Yeah. That'd be sick. So I'm glad we're watching Impact now instead of the other stuff that was frustrating us, because this just felt like watching good wrestling. And it was nice. It was awesome. And Kuro was right. He's not even here to enjoy it.
I know.
Kuro,
that guy. I hope he hears this, and then he's going to feel really bad. Like, fuck, I've been trying to get those assholes to watch goddamn Impact, and now they're watching it, and they really like it. And yeah, so he can come and say, I told you so.
Yeah, you're not even here for that.
In the chat. Damn.
Yeah. And guess what, Kuro, if you're listening? Yeah.
Double. Yeah, double that shit. I agree. Yeah, because you've been waiting for us. You've been waiting. You've been wanting it. You've been the bug in the ear, and
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, but so you're not a fan of I don't know, your favorite wrestler, the chairman, teaming up with one of my favorite wrestlers, Ricky Starks, and wrestling Jay White and Juice. God, how horrible is that? God.
Yeah, talk about a fucking albatross. I mean, it is slammed. Ricky got himself over against MJF. So, like, hey, how about we tank his career as the next move?
Oh, no.
You're over.
He beat Jericho at Revolution.
Doesn't matter.
He had to follow up Picklegate, okay, at the presser, and he had to follow it up. It was totally the Ricky Starks show back there. And I really am mad that we couldn't be media, because I would have fed into that bullshit. And, I would have asked some stuff and been better than, asked better questions than Hinge Health. But anyways, has nothing to do with wrestling. But, whatever, Tony Khan, fuck you and your media people. But I'm like, what the fuck is this? Boy, career suicide. And Jay White, goddamn, I'd be pissed off if I were you. I have to fucking fight Sean Spears. Sean Spears. Of all people, Sean Spears.
They talk about how wins and losses don't matter, or where they do matter and stuff. Ricky's post MJF booking has been a real, it doesn't matter wins or losses, because you're just in shitty stories that no one wants. So they need to do something with him and get him out of there.
I want him versus Jay White. Okay. You did not give me him versus Juice. We got bullshit because we got Jay White.
That's
I'm like,
true.
okay.
That would have been good.
You can even give me a 2-on-1. You can give me a handicap match, okay? That would be so much better than, because what's Sean Spears going to do? Swing a chair around? He's boring. Don't, 10, whatever. No one cares. You're a -10, okay? Because, as a wrestler, sorry, I shit on your favorite.
Yeah, he's an
And then all I know is that Ricky Starks better be coming out in track pants and sunglasses that don't move off his face, because that was a great aesthetic. And then other people now are jumping on the bandwagon of Ricky, you look better in longer shorts. I'm like, yeah, the booty shorts. I told y'all, episode 1. Jesus, I even told Ricky that. Booty shorts. Go back to it. Because the trunks do make him, someone had said they make him and his knee pads, it makes him look stumpy. I'm like, exactly. I'm no fashionista. Okay. But I'm saying, and that's going to, I think we should watch it just because to see the bullshit it's going to be. Yeah. But
no, we should definitely not watch it. Although I'm not against going to the Dynamite in San Diego while we're out in that way, because I'll be in that direction. And I think that might be fun to experience it live. I think it might be better.
Yes.
Might have a better energy. You know what I mean? There might be a little bit more to it,
Yep. I'm going.
But I'm not watching it on TV anymore.
Okay. All right. That should be some good fallout, that one. Because I will say that the Dynamite after Revolution was pretty cool. And I do love that, yes, shout out to me. When you do see the little, because they did do a promo, okay, Sean Spears made it kind of cringe. I'm like, just let Ricky talk, just shut up. just hold a chair in the background. But like every time they would show Juice, and even my mom's watch, she goes, "Oh look, there you are," because they showed Juice like when he did whatever to Ricky, and I'm all, ugh, really the facial expression. And my mom's like, "There you are." I go, "Yeah, I was not pleased, not pleased." No. Yeah. And then there was this point I was looking at my nails. Yeah, that you also saw on camera. But anyways, I'm just saying that those ones are usually pretty good. So I'm expecting some goodness out of that one.
Could be. Is that right after a pay-per-view, the one in San Diego?
It is. Double or Nothing.
Oh, right after Double or Nothing? So it should be good.
Right after Double
that should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go to that and
we'll
have a good time, and we'll talk about the experience and see what it's like. But I'm definitely not watching on TV anymore.
Maybe he'll see his favorite wrestler, Sean Spears. Maybe he'll bigly you again.
So MLW was one match. It's a 45-minute show. The MLW Battle Riot 5. It's a Royal Rumble style match, except the big difference is that you can also be eliminated by pin or submission, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like multiple ways to knock people out. It kind of makes it feel a little bit more, I don't know, like almost a little more volatile in a good way. Like, I don't know, like what,
Yeah.
Like, especially because sometimes you see guys in like the Rumble. I mean, like famously, just think of Macho Man, how he went for a pin against Yoko, and Yoko rose him off of him and over the top rope. And like, you can't win that way, So, the first people in it was Alex Kane and Willie Mack, which I thought was awesome. Love Willie Mack. I'm not all that familiar with Alex Kane though. Are you?
No. Yeah. And that was kind of like why do I feel like I need to know who he is? And as I kept watching it, I'm like, I really need to know who he is.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's really good. And that's where I was like, oh, who's this? But of course, Willie Mack, I'm like, already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so I thought that too. When I saw Alex King, I'm not familiar. That's why I asked you if you knew who he was, because he was so good. I thought that he had to have been like big over there on your coast or something, and I just didn't know. But yeah, he came off like somebody like, okay, you got to know who this is. Yeah. Let's see. Jesus Rodriguez comes out after that. Lindsay Dorado comes out after that.
So I didn't realize Lindsay Dorado was doing MLW, or maybe I knew that and I did not know that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
MLW's contracts seem to be a little bit more fluid. I don't think they have a ton of exclusive talent. I believe Hammerstone is exclusive. I believe their champions are typically exclusive. Say what?
Jacob Fatu is exclusive, or he was, and maybe he's not anymore. I don't know.
I think he's no longer exclusive. I think he's gone back to a fluid contract, but he was for a while. I think the big world champion's exclusive, and most of the other talent are just, required to be at tapings, and they can do whatever they want outside of it. I think is how it works.
But I wish Hammerstone wasn't, because the world needs to see more Alex Hammerstone. I'm sorry.
He pops up on some local stuff, but he's not going to pop up on big local stuff. Like you won't see him at a GCW, but you might see him at, I don't even know if he would do West Coast Pro.
He hasn't done West Coast Pro in, oh God, a long while.
I feel like the bigger ones, because I've seen him wrestle here since he's been the MLW champion at some really local shows. Like we saw him at the Salt and Lime Festival in a carnival. And it was just a pop-up ring with a bunch of local people, and Hammerstone came out and kicked the shit out of somebody for a bit. It was great.
That would have been amazing. But he didn't do the Dave Marquez's show, right? That you went to? No.
No.
In Arizona?
No. Because that's why I think if it's too big, I don't think he'll do it. I think he does the small. It's either under the radar or he's not doing it. And I think some of those ones just are not under the radar.
Now that
Lunar coming through, cheers to Lunar. He says that was a fun show though, and it was. That show was really fucking fun.
I think that last time Hammerstone wrestled for West Coast Pro, it was right before he signed his exclusive, or he was just signing it and he committed to the date. So that's where I think that was. But it's been a long time. It's been a while.
It's been a bit, but he's great. I love him. We took a bunch of pictures and videos and we sent it to him. I made a Dropbox folder and sent it to him. And he was
the best.
Awesome.
He's the best.
Yeah, he was posting stuff.
Let's
see, after that, Lance in Hawaii came out to the Battle Riot.
I was like,
Lance got big.
Lance did get big. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
And on the flip side, Microman came out afterwards. He's gotten small. Microman's small.
That was a little weird. I'm like, Whoa! Oh, but at least Micro Man came out before the Beast Master guy, because that would have been really awkward.
That'd have been funny.
Yeah, it'd have been funny.
Lowe's Azteca 33 comes out. Juicy it's Finau, isn't it? I've been saying Fanu. I think it's Finau.
No. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that he came out with a trash can filled with weapons and threw them in the ring because it felt very GCW.
It's juicy.
Like I liked it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Juicy's just trying to bring like a GCW edge because that's kind of really where he started making his getting his footing. And I feel like that he's kind of like, no, I'm a crazy guy. And you're like, like cool. You're also massive and scary, anyways.
Mm-hmm. And I loved that they let him wear his shirt that promoted his promotion, Oasis Pro. I was like, shut up, dude! Let Juicy promote his promotion. Good on you. MLW, good on you, because that I've not gone yet, but Willis is gone and he loves it. I'm excited to go to their next show.
Did he start his own promotion with somebody, or he teamed up?
That's
He's like
his
a co-owner
promotion. And you want to know who some of his training coaches are? Fatu, Jacob, and Journey are both some of his coaches. Yeah, makes me want to, like, now, you know, that I'm going to be kind of working on that end of the East Bay, makes me want to go and train, not to wrestle, because no, I want to manage.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to, like I would love to have heat with Pollo Del Mar, and I will Hurricane Rana that bitch in heels. I will do that. I will.
Pollo Del Mar is fucking tall, dude.
I know. And man, little short ass, I'll go.
Yeah, that'd be great. Because what you could do is, if Pollo's on the side of the ring, you could get up on the apron and do like a Zelina style.
Yep.
Hurricane Rana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be totally sick. My bitch, I will take your weave. I will take your weave. No, but it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Because really, everyone wants me to see Russell Ocean Spray. And I'm like, look, if I ever do that, I will not tap. I will not lay down for Ocean Spray. That bitch needs to lay down for me. Okay.
That's true.
And I will tell you this. And I want Falls Anywhere. I want death match. I'll fucking kill him. And people are like, no death match for you and Ocean Spray. Because I will come out with hatchets.
Well, it says, Amanda, that's my queen.
I know. Dude, I love
I've always gotten along really well with Pollo Del Mar. But you also don't mistake when Pollo's walking into a room, because Pollo's like 6'6", and then also wears heels,
like RuPaul, like RuPaul.
And then the wig is always so huge. At WrestleCon, Pollo had a big yellow wig with like gold gear on, effectively.
Oh, her woman.
From a distance, I was like, is that fucking Big Bird? What the? And it was.
Oh no! Oh no!
And then she turned around. And I was all like, "Oh shit, Pollo, what's that?"
Oh no, Big Bird! How dare you? Oh my good lord! No. But Pollo, no.
Yellow.
Everybody knows. Like me, I'm sorry. I bring a lot of heel heat, you know. So you know what I mean, Pollo. But the one manager that I want to go up against, because it's only right. Shout out to my buddy Lucian Bow Wow Delight. I call him Bow Wow. Bow Wow Delight. Love the guy. That's my Bow Wow. I call him Little Bow Wow. You know, I can make him turn face. And he even told me that. He said, the day I want to go face, I'm calling you. And I go, you got it. I'll do that. Yes.
Beastman comes in. Little Guido comes in. Sam Adonis.
Oh my God, Sam. Dude. Sam, when him and Beastmaster kind of, you know, went standing next to each other, I'm like, God damn. It just made me, and even Stryker said that, you realize how big Sam Adonis is when he's standing next to Beastman. It's like, that guy's a big fucking, Sam's a big fucking guy. And, yeah. And I'm like, you know, holy shit. Like, that was pretty badass. I love Sam.
Yeah. When I met Sam at Cauliflower Alley Club, I was like, Jesus, like, big dude. And then when he was standing next to JBL, I was like, Jesus. Like,
yeah, like
they're big.
Because his brother, I think Sam's bigger than his brother.
For sure.
For sure. Has to be. Yeah. I should ask Sam.
Mance Warner comes in. Jim Lloyd comes in. Mr. Thomas, TJ Crawford, Ken Broadway. The entire group of the Calling came out at once. Raven, Akira, Cornwallis, Ricky Shane Page, and Delirious, plus 2 people in gas masks. It was cool seeing Raven in there fucking around, but
Raven,
I don't know if he needs to be Raven.
Sitting in the corner.
Yeah. Los Azteca 9, Jacob Fatu comes out.
He was the big hero there for a moment. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was sick. Kim Chi.
Okay.
Midas Black. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go back. Okay.
Yeah.
Kim Chi. Have a little problem. No problem with that. Being a Korean person, I don't get it. Because if you're gonna go for a real obvious kind of name like that, you need to go. You either run with it or you just don't do it. Because I'm like, I don't understand. So if someone can explain Kim Chi to me, please tell me. Because I don't understand that. He looks like he's some masked Jungle Cruise like skipper. And I'm like, what is no? Because when I hear kimchi, I'm thinking this is a pickled cabbage dish at the Korean restaurant. Or in my
So back with Kamala, Kim Chi was a manager. It was played by Steve Lombardi.
Is that who Kim
the Brooklyn
Chi
Brawler.
is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. No wonder that's kind of racist.
Type. It was of that era. Yeah.
Okay. Then that's okay. It's not okay, but I understand now. So thank you.
It was a callback. I wonder if it was played by the same dude because, Kamala and Kim Chi were a team, but they also different Kim Chi. Here it is. The Major League Wrestling Kim Chi is different.
Oh,
but that's supposed to be a play on the Brooklyn Brawlers character, more or less. But it's definitely played by a different person. Now that I looked at them, that
Kim Chi was not played by Colt Cabana. Colt Cabana did a pretty decent Brooklyn Brawler on Young Rock, I will say. Anyways. But I didn't understand.
It wasn't in this.
I didn't understand it, but okay.
No. Yeah, that's a callback. That was an old callback. I don't know why they brought back.
It's weird.
Kim Chi, but yeah, it's a callback to that whole thing, which also is kind of funny because it was Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah,
and now it's some little skinny dude. So I don't know who's playing it now.
Interesting.
Yeah, but that's what that was. Which I think was also fun because part of what made this battle royal so fun was that they were doing callbacks and other people who weren't in the company, so it felt like how Royal Rumbles used to feel. Because it's been a long time since the Rumble felt this way, but I mean, Mil Mascaras showed up in a Rumble when he wasn't signed with WWE. It used to feel like, everyone has a chance at the world title. Everyone wants a chance at the world title. So you'd have jobbers and big guys and legends come back, and people from other countries would fly in and do it. And for the last number of years, it's been really exclusively, the roster, because the roster is big enough and everything. But that's what I thought made this feel so cool, because it felt like it kind of felt like a big callback to like what Royal Rumble used to feel like. Yeah. I'm still excited about Rumble every year. I still love it. It's still one of my favorites, but it doesn't have that same feeling you used to where you might see a Mil Mascaras show up. Midas Black. Taya Valkyrie, it was cool to see her come through.
Now, here's my question about Taya. When did they tape this?
That was my big question watching this too. When did they tape this? Because we had Taya, we had Johnny, we had Leo Rush. We had a few people that made me go, huh. And
Leo's the free agent.
Okay.
Johnny MLW. I don't know if that's what his name is there. No, they actually put him as John Hennigan. And I'm like, really? That's Johnny. Insert your name. Okay.
It used to be Johnny Impact.
It was Johnny Impact. It was Johnny, Johnny All Elite or whatever. It's Johnny this, Johnny that. I know when, obviously, he was Mundo. He was Johnny Survivor when he was on Survivor. I mean, he's been everything almost. So, I was like, huh. But he's a free agent. A hell of a boxing person. Had better showing than other people did when they did MMA. But anyways, so I was wondering with Taya, because that was a big and And also after seeing that, because I don't think you watched Jade and Taya, did you?
I saw the finish of the match, thought it was so awful.
Okay. My comment is this is Taya deserves better. 1. 2, I'm fucking pissed that the refs saved Aubrey from the road to Valhalla because I was waiting for that bitch to go face down in the fucking mat and I was gonna scream and cheer. Cool. But god damn it, y'all ruined it for me. Ugh.
I thought it was cool too, and then they stopped and I was like, this is back to being dumb again.
I'm like, what is up with this fuckery? Because that bitch fucking Taya saw it and Aubrey looking plain as day when fucking Jade was pulling on the gear. No. That's why Taya was.
But it was really cool, and I think that in this moment, Taya is still the featherweight champion because I believe that she in the next MLW pay-per-view it's up or whatever the next show.
Yeah. That's why I'm wondering. What then? She isn't all elite, or
I know when Bishop went to the MLW pay-per-view. That there were like 3 or 4 weeks of shows that they had recorded at the same time. It was very NWA-esque.
Okay.
So I wonder if that's what's going on, if they recorded all this stuff last month.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Which also works out for guys like Hammerstone because he's gotten hurt a couple times, but it's been a month or 2 between tapings, so he's been okay,
Yeah.
Let's see. Jay Lyon, Ray Jazz, Leo Rush came out. I thought that was cool to see Leo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tracy Williams, O'Shea Edwards.
That was another one. Tracy Williams. Because he's signed to Ring of Honor. So that was a weird one too. I was like, well, huh? But, either way. O'Shea. We need more O'Shea around. God damn it. He's so good.
This was one of my favorite ones. Duke the Dumpster Drosy came out. That was so fucking cool. I was like, holy shit, he's still around.
Yeah, I know.
He's still willing to do stuff like this. And then there was that whole spot where they're ripping off his prosthetic leg, and I was like, holy shit, like this is dope.
It was dope.
I'm like,
damn,
and Duke looked like a bad motherfucker. When
MLW,
he came out, I was like, I would not want to fuck with him. And then they started ripping his leg off, and I was like, oh, he's not going to be here. Like I thought he might just be ready and willing to do some cool shit here and there. But I saw that and I was like, no, he's the one.
That was still badass. Come on now.
It was awesome.
Because to let someone in a ring, when you go in a ring, you're letting people rip off your prosthetic leg. I mean, that's a fuck, dude.
Badass.
That's badass. No matter what you slice it. And you don't like comedy wrestling.
No, but I like people ripping off prosthetic limbs. That's why I liked Doink. Matthew Justice came out. One called Manders. What's up? What's Matthew Justice?
I love Matthew Justice. He's injured right now, but love Matthew Justice. I saw him first time I ever saw him in Indy when he was maybe a year and a half in. Oh, amazing! Shout out to AIW, awesome. And I love Manders too. God, I was like, oh my God, I love a lot of these people in this damn Rumble. I was just every time, ooh, I love this person. Ooh, I love this person. That was me. I was like, like dog, like, ooh, squirrel.
Yeah, me too. I kept thinking that too. That's why I was having so much fun with it. That's why I said we did the right thing this week.
We did do that. Thing.
Like we really picked it well.
Yeah, that was you, or you.
Yeah.
That was you. Wrong thing.
And I didn't even realize that it was the Battle Royal, but then when I saw it was, I was like, all right, cool. I like Battle Royals. Let's do it.
Yeah. And that was probably one of the best Battle Royals I've seen in a long time.
It was awesome.
Any promotion, hands down.
John Hannigan came out. Davey Boy Smith Jr. came out. I love both those guys. Shigehiro Iri.
Yes. Shiggy. I was like, oh my God. I forgot he was doing MLW. Totally forgot.
Yep.
I remember when he came and did Excursion in the States. I was like, this guy is like really fun. And he's done amazing since then. So
Willa said this podcast is more entertaining than Raw and Dynamite. Oh yeah, it is. We have more fun doing it than we do watching those.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I don't watch Raw, so I can't compare. But I can't say watching Dynamite, I'm like, that's a shit show. I mean, shit. Look at some of that shit we had. Like Sammy Guevara and freaking MJF as best friends. Gag. Ah. And now he's selling pickles. Then it's a legit thing.
I didn't watch. Sure,
They
I
have
don't care.
Pickle. They have a pickle set. It's limited edition. The Jewish dill pickles. I'm like, why can't you do a Colt Cabana one? But anyways, but that's a real thing. They actually now it's a limited edition set of 3 different types of pickles.
Okay, stop trying to sell it. Just stop. I don't care. I don't want to sell it. I'm not trying to make him money. It's not a fucking sponsor. And I don't give a shit. Yeah, you're putting it over and telling people where to buy it. Fuck off with that.
I didn't tell them where to buy it because I don't know where to buy it. I'm just saying it's out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
None of us need to know what's out there. I'm not trying to sell his shit.
But I do want to say, MJF.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At least if you're gonna give your best friend a fake Burberry scarf, get a really good fake.
All right. The final entrant, Gene Snitsky. How fucking crazy was that?
What is this? What is this? Yeah.
And he still looked fucking mean, dude. He looked like a badass. He looked meaner than when he was in the WWE.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm like, what is this we're watching? And I'm sitting there like, God damn. I'm like, the next time they do this, I'm excited for the next time they do this because who the hell knows who's going to be in this thing? I mean, hell, they might resurrect someone from the dead. I don't know. You know.
Yeah. No, I thought it was just awesome. And it was super fun. And then at the end of it all, the winner was the number 1 entrant, Alex Kane. He lasted the whole time and he won.
But I can't believe he made Davey Boy Smith Jr. tap like that. I was impressed. I was like, oh.
I thought that was really cool.
He's a big dude. Okay, if you've ever seen him in person, he's a big dude. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And
he's really big.
And that was impressive because you could tell he was like fighting for air in that one.
And he also does a lot with Bloodsport. And so to have him tap out too also provided a legitimacy there too. But it also, I will bring it back to Daniel Bryan, where he talks about anyone who's a real fighter has tapped out. And if you haven't tapped out, you're not training hard. Like it's not there's no embarrassment in getting caught. There's actually excitement of learning something or finding a hold that, you know what I mean? Like there's something about that. So like to see him tap out in that moment too, you're just like, yeah, he got. That's all it was. It's not that he couldn't get the other guy next time. It's, oh, I'm fucked now. You know what I mean? Like you see it all the time. So I thought it was awesome. It was a great way to end.
Yeah, it was a big, whoo, holy fuck. Right? That's what I thought.
It was.
It was a big
Christopher Willis says Marsh hates pickles. A, I hate pickles, but B, I'm not trying to put over a show that we don't watch anymore because I don't like it or try to sell their merch because I don't make money off that. So fucking stop.
Putting it over.
You fucking are.
No, I'm not.
It's limited.
I'm
limited.
just. There might be someone who listens to us that likes
pickles. It's a collectible.
Okay?
Collect
you know, I didn't go on about how I love seeing Will Hobbs with his forearm fucking choke fucking QT Marshall. That was amazing in a promo segment.
It's the best thing he's ever done.
Will Hobbs?
Yep.
Oh, no comment.
It's the best thing he's ever done. Choke out QT Marshall. Anyone who chokes out QT Marshall, it's the best thing they've ever done in their life.
But with one forearm. And it was not his dominant arm. It was his left forearm.
You can choke him out with a tire iron. I'm still just as happy. But yeah, that was it. That was MLW, and it was really cool.
Can I also, because we did not mention this about MLW?
Huh?
MLW, from what we've been watching, has the best commentary. And I'm not saying this because I like Matt Stryker on commentary. It's just a lot of what he adds into it. It works when he's on color. And I also feel that some of his excitement, it's like he's excited, but he's not going over the top. And, you know,
he's not fake excited.
He's not fake excited. It's real and it's genuine. And I think that I don't know who his partner was. I don't know. But they made a great combination. And I was like, damn. Because, you know, obviously when he did Lucha Underground, you know, he was doing the play-by-play, and Vampiro did that. Did the color. And this is where I'm like, whoa, shout out to Matt Stryker, because all around, I think he's one of the best. And, I think that that's a great team. So I can really honestly say that after watching that, I definitely think that the MLW commentary team is probably the best out there right now.
I agree. I actually do. Let's see. As of right now, Joe Dombrowski and Matt Stryker, I think.
Okay. Because Impact, it's cringe. Oh, it's cringe.
I can't even listen to the Impact. I can't listen to the Impact commentary. Cringe. Ring of Honor, I had to turn off their commentary. Like, I couldn't get through it. It was so bad. This one is great,
isn't it? Riccaboni, I tell you. Okay. And Will's like, leave my Riccaboni alone. I'm like, no, it's a little much. God, dial it way down, and not be fake.
Yeah,
dial it down. But I will say, because I think if I were to rank the worst, the bottom 3 right now for me in commentary, no particular order, would be NXT, current NXT, Ring of Honor, Impact. And I don't watch WWE, so I can't really comment on the other stuff. But what I do watch, those are bad. Now, I do miss Drunk JR, because Shivani is pissing me the fuck off. So please bring back Drunk JR. Okay, please bring him back.
No.
So
JR is dope.
That. Yeah.
But yeah.
More he drinks, the better he gets.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah,
no, it's their commentary there was awesome. It made me excited to watch. I think next week I want to watch MLW and Impact again. I think these are the ones I want to watch.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless something comes up. Well, I mean, like, I know next week we're going to do something a little bit different, because there's some matches you wanted to watch and make it a theme. But at the same time, even if we're not, no, because we want people to actually try and tune in, and they're not going to tune in.
Oh, yeah, we have a surprise. We have a surprise next Thursday.
But
so tune in.
I think I'm going to still, even if we don't review it, I think I'm still going to watch MLW and Impact and keep up with it, because I think it's going really good. And then the other thing is, depending on the show and the card and whatnot, I think I want to check out a little bit more of NWA. I kind of want to see what's going on over there again. Just give it another shot, see what's happening. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not like Impact and MLW I want to do weekly. NWA I think I want to do sporadically.
Yeah, I gotta see with NWA. I think every once in a while, if there's something worthy on New Japan, maybe.
And NJPW stuff, yeah.
Not strong.
Especially NJPW strong. NJPW strong's been having some good stuff.
They have. Commentary got to turn it down because Riccaboni's doing it, and I'm like, oh. But at least he's calmer on New Japan. Okay, he's a little calmer. I'll give him that. Okay, doesn't go off the rails, which is good. Right. But also I'm curious to see Impact this weekend. Their Chicago stuff. I'm very curious.
The Chicago stuff. So if the rumors are true and Trinity ends up in Impact, I'm going to be pretty excited, just because it's a show that I like watching. You know what I mean? If it's like, there's been too many people who have showed up in AEW that I was bummed about just because I don't like watching the show. I'm just like, well, I'm just not going to end up seeing them much. And that's a bummer, because I want to support, and it's not easy when the whole product is tough to watch. So the fact that Impact's been really cool, if Trinity shows up over there with the women's division, getting the amount of time, the shine that they're getting, look, it might not be a surprise that Mercedes and Trinity both did not sign with AEW. It might be like, why would we go there? You have one match a week, and it's the same 3 people for months. Like, how do we know we're going to be seen? You know what I mean? We want to do something. We're trying to set a tone. We're trying to do something. You're trying to make waves, and you can't do it if you're not on TV. So I think that Mercedes and NJPW is incredible. Her turning heel, I fucking love. I loved all the heel work she was doing, the promos, the obnoxious playing of the guitar. I think that was all awesome. And so if Trinity ends up in Impact and NJPW work together all the time too. We can still see them cross paths. I think it'd be great. They're going to be holding down their respective divisions. But that's it. That's all I got. Go ahead.
And I think it's very interesting that that yes, even though Trinity was at Ring of Honor and they tried to, there was something that was brewing. I guess maybe, Tony Khan couldn't seal the deal. So, I think that maybe that's a huge like knock on there. So definitely, I'm definitely thinking that yeah, it's good that's really good for Impact. So
Yeah,
kudos.
I think it'd be
Kudos,
great.
Scott.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it's true. I'm hoping that's what the case is because I want to watch. So, anything else that you wanted to talk about before we go? I'm ready for last call.
No, I think we're good for last call. We had, this was actually a good week of actually watching good wrestling, and I can't even remember a time where it was like a good week on everything we watched.
It just felt that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And you got your obligatory 15-minute Ricky Starks rant, so we've made it all work.
I did not go on for 15 minutes. Did not. It was like maybe 5 tops.
There's no way it was 5.
But I was pushing your favorite wrestler, the chairman. It was all about the chairman.
But yeah. So there's going to be some stuff going on. The last week of May, because of the AEW Dynamite show in San Diego, because I'm going to be in San Diego because of some of the other stuff going on, we may not have a show that week. We may just do when we come back and review because of the busyness of it all, and we'll see. So, and especially if we see the Resurgence, then we might just wait for the next week to talk about Resurgence and the Dynamite we went to and get into it from there. And maybe we do one on a different day. We'll just, the point is, like, subscribe, put the I in subscribe and the no in notifications. Unless you want to know when we go live, then you can put the I in notifications because there's also an I in notifications. So in the ification part.
There's a bell on YouTube.
There's a you can ring my bell.
If you like us talking about Impact, you can go and give us money somewhere. I don't know where.
Yep, my Venmo is a good spot to
start.
Venmo. But you can also go to wrestlingontherocks.com and there hit a donate button to PayPal. If you like PayPal, you can pay me through PayPal.
Yeah, I would tell you my Venmo, but
But then
if you're like, I will pay you like $10 not to talk about Ricky Starks, I'll take it. I learned if I learned something from people. Yeah, if you're like, this is $10 for you not to talk about Ricky Starks this episode, and I will not do it. I will not do it. Yeah. You can try. He can wear the tightest pants on earth.
You could do a double or nothing. Whatever they pay you to not talk about Ricky, if you do, you have to flip back double to them. If you do them. A double or nothing bet. Anyone who wants to get in on it. You can double or nothing Amanda to not talk about Ricky Starks. And if she does, she has to pay you double what you put down.
I will do it. And my Venmo is actually
lose so much money.
Yeah. My Venmo is the same as my Twitter and my Instagram, guys. At Ms. Amanda Jane. You can't miss it. And I swear I will do it. I'm a woman of my word. My word is my bond. I will do it.
Guys, thank you for coming through and being our drinking buddies this week as we talk MLW and Impact. We will be back next week right here in the dive bar of the RWC for a brand new episode 1. Guys, that's the last call.
Cheers.
Hey, producer lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support us or buy us a drink by following and putting the I in subscribe on Twitch. Or subscribe and review our podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to us. Cheers!
I would never have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.